So hey everyone, welcome back to the Python programming series. In the last video, we learned about comparison and logical operators. But knowing whether something is true or false isn't enough. We need to tell Python what to do based on those conditions or any other conditions whatsoever the condition is provided. That's exactly what we'll be learning in today's video. So this is me Shagnik and I welcome everyone to the fifth video of our Python programming series. Let's get started. By the end of this video, you will know how to make decisions, repeat tasks, and control the execution of your programs using Python's control flow statements. So without any brief introduction to the video, let's get started with the main topic. Control flow statements in Python. Basically, first we need to understand something that what is control flow in actual. By default, Python executes code line by line from top to the bottom. For example, if I just paste a code snippet somewhat like this one right over here, you can see that we have three different statements of print. If I go ahead and run it, you can see that the output is step 1, step 2, step 3. It's fine, easy. But this is not what we need to understand. We need to understand something more important than this. But what if you only want to execute certain code where a condition is true or repeat something, let's say, multiple times? That's where control flow statements come into the play. As you can see on the screen, I am showing you a display image of the entire control flow network. So you can see that we have approximately three sections. One is the decision making, another is the loops, another is the loop control. Under decision making, we have if-else, if-elif-else, the three conditions. Then under loops, we have the for and the while. And under loop control, we have the break, continue, and pass. Let's start with the simplest one, the if statement. The if statement, if I show you the brief syntax of the if statement right over here, for now I'm just keeping this one for the brief understanding and put a hash over here. Okay, if I just go ahead and run this one, so this is the syntax of the if condition. Now if I go ahead and run this one and check the output, you can vote is the output. If the condition is true, then Python executes the indented block. If it's false, Python simply skips it. This is just what we saw over in this example. Let's move forward with another example, let's say a simple and more real life example if you guys say it. So let me just paste the code block over here. Let's say the temperature is equals to 35. If the temperature is greater than 30, it will print it's hot today. Let's check the output. It's hot today. So that's the output. So you understand that if one condition is true, then only it prints the condition. Otherwise, it won't print anything. Let's move on to the section number 3 of this video, that is if else. What if we want Python to do something when the condition is false? That's where the else command comes in. Let's suppose we want an entire syntax of the if-else condition, and let me just go ahead and place it right over here with the example tag as well so that I can give an example later on. Let me quickly put up those hashes so that it's easy for us to go forward with the example. Let me just give an example. Let's say your marks in an exam came as 42 and if the marks is greater than or equals to 40, it means pass, else it means fail. Now focus on this condition that here we have two conditions. If the marks is 40, then it will print pass, otherwise it will print fail. Let's run this condition and check that it's showing pass. But what if I change the condition from 40 to let's say 40. Again I run it. Again it's pass. Now I change it to, let's say, 11. 11. Or if you want to just add some advanced features of Python in this stuff, I can actually write this one. That is int input enter your marks. So this is kind of like an input scanner class stuff that we learn in Java if you have already learned it. Likewise, it will just ask you to enter the value on your own. If I run it, it will ask for my marks. Let's say I got 11. It will say fail. So this is an advanced feature. So I can write implementation of an advanced Python concept, that is input function. Okay, that is input function. Exactly one block runs over here. So that's the main stuff in this if-else condition. There is not much anything to explain in the if-else condition if you have already learned the if condition. Let's move forward to the section 4 of this video, that is if-elif-else, one of my favorite concepts in Python control flows. Let's begin it. Alright, sometimes we have multiple functions, and let's for example, if for example only I'm just showing you, let's say I'm just gonna delete everything for now, but in the main file, or let's just say I just keep this file and click another one, control1.py, but in the main file I'll just add all the codes. Let's say for example I have given this some gibberish stuff of code to you guys with so many conditions. Let's say the marks is 76. Let me first, before explaining, let me first show you the output. You can see it's grade B, which is it satisfies this condition. Okay, that satisfies the third condition. Now let's understand what is this elif function basically. Python checks conditions from top to the bottom. The first true condition is executed, the remaining are just ignored. So it first checks that whether 76 is greater than or equals to 90 or not, then it will print A plus. So it goes through that from top to the bottom approach. It checks that it's not matching. So if I just show you the arrow diagram, if I can just construct it a bit faster. So it gradually moves from the top to the bottom. From the first condition it checks it's false, moves to the second condition, that's also false, but the third condition is matching with the number and the remaining two conditions are not printed. Now what if I say that, let's say the marks is 10, let me run the program, needs improvement, which is the else condition. Now if it's 100, it will print A plus grade A plus, absolutely. So that's the main function of the if-elif-else. Let's move on to the fourth section of, I'm sorry, not the fourth, I guess it's the fifth section of this video, that is about nested if statements. Let's get started. You can even place one if statement inside the another. For example, if I say that I just write a code snippet right over here, let's say age is 20, the citizen is a boolean, and which is true, as we have already learned boolean. So let's first check the output and I'll show you the explanation. Eligible to vote. Now what's the main example or the main explanation behind this kind of output? The second condition is checked only if the first condition is true. That's the main logic behind the nested loop condition. Like the second condition is this one. This is the second condition. If I just move out and write second condition, and before that if I just move out and write first condition, so you can now easily understand that if this is true, then only this will be checked. If this is false, it doesn't matter, but if this is false, this won't be executed. Okay, Let's move on to the sixth section of this video, that is the looping part, which is about the for loops. Let's get started. Now let's learn how to repeat code. What you see right on the screen is the syntax for the for loop and an example. Let's first quickly check out the output, then I'll show the explanation. So the output is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is what we call, like it's a kind of an array if you have already learned array in Java programming. So the main problem or the main reason for this output is that the range. The range right over here is showing that we need to move till 5. So like if you are a kid, when you were small, you were shown that we start our numbering from bins. Basically, if it's a whole number situation, we start our numbering from 0. Like whatever you see right on the screen is the main explanation. But I won't just go with the gibberish code explanations. I'll just simply say that till 5 means from 0 to 5. From 0 to 5 excluding 5. In simple terms, if I just write over here that from 0 to 5 but excluding 5 because the range of the function is exclusive of the upper limit. That's the main explanation. And if we put another example, I would just give a similar kind of an example for the range only, but in a more simple terms, which is for I in range of 1, 6, which also goes with the same thing, that is from 1 to 6 but excluding 6 because the range of the range function is exclusive of the upper limit. Let's check both the outputs and you can see both of the outputs are exactly what we needed. In the first case, it started from 0 and in the second case, it started from 1 because we have already mentioned it right over here. Now let's focus on looping through a string. Let's suppose I paste this code. For now, let me just go ahead and remove this thing. I hope you have already learned those parts. Paste it in the main code segment. Yeah, now it's fine. Now let's move on to the thing that we need to learn, that is letter or looping using string. If we just run this code and just delete it, run it once again, and you can see that all the letters are removed one after the other in just the exact manner as we saw in the previous case, but that was using numbers, but this is using string Python. And you can go for any string. Let's say if I just write my name over here as well in, let's say, caps, same output. Let's move on to the seventh section of this video, that is the while loop. Let's move on to while loop. A while loop runs as long as its condition is true. Let's say we just write a code snippet like this one. Let's say count is equals to 1, while count is less than equals to 5, then we'll print count, then count will become plus equals to 1. That will give us 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 until and unless it won't be exceeding 5 because we have given the condition as this one. But if I say it's this condition where I've removed the equal to sign, it will move on till 4. It will move on till 4. But now if I just write this one, it won't run. It won't run. Why so? Because it's an infinite loop and an infinite loop is very difficult to run in Python. So we'll not just handle the infinite loop right now. I'll just keep it till this manner. If you never update the condition, the loop can run. For example, like in this case, now if we don't upgrade our conditions, then the loop can even run forever, like in this case. Okay, so you can see that it's running forever. Like it's not stopping. Even if I just try to stop it, I'll show you the error. Yep, you can see only Control C is the exact way to enter out of this loop. So this is like an infinite going loop. And I'll again paste this thing right over here so that it's easy for me to control everything in a clean manner. Now let's move on to section 8, that is the break statement. Break immediately exits the loop. Let's say I write this kind of conditions. Now let's do one thing. For your better understanding, I will just explain both of the continue and the break and the pass in the same window, just in order to make it easy for your understanding. Just gonna give it out. Okay. So this is for the break, continue, and the pass. Let's first quickly look at the outputs, then we can speak upon them. So here's the output. You can see program continues, blah blah blah, all those zeros and ones. So we don't need the output right now, just for a better understanding. Let's keep the output window open. Can we? Now let's understand this. In the first thing with the break immediately exits the loop. In the second part, the continue skips the current iteration, and in the third part, the pass is a placeholder that does simply nothing. I mean, simply nothing. What does that mean? It means that for I in range of 10, if I is equals to 5, then it will print. The range is still 10. It will print. Initially, it would have printed 0 to 9, but we have used the break statement to stop the loop when I is equals to 5. Okay. In the continue part, initially it would print 0 to 5, but we have used the continue statement to skip the iteration when I is equals to 3. So it will print nothing but 0, 1, 2, 3 will be removed, 4 and 5. And similarly, this is the same thing, that if it's true, then it will print program continues. If it's false, it will still print program continues. So that is like what you say. It's like doesn't matter with whether the condition is true or whether the condition is false. Okay. Now we have almost come to the end of our video. Before I end this video, I just want to say some common mistakes that every programmer has in control flows or control statements. That is the colon. They miss writing the colons. Yep, this double quotes. It's very, very important, because if I remove this thing, you can see an error has occurred. Syntax error it is. So be careful, and even in your interviews while writing code, just be careful with this thing. Second mistake is that the indentation may also sometimes be wrong, and we sometimes even forget to update the variables in a while loop, causing an infinite loop. That's it. So let's wind up this video, and that's it for today's video. You now know how Python uses the control flow to make decisions and repeat tasks. In the next lesson, we'll learn about functions and how they help write reusable code. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel and turn on the notifications. Thanks for watching and happy coding. And hit the subscribe button and on the bell icon and share this channel. Bye bye.